water in man the higher emotional aspirations. According to this same authority, the upright bar of the cross symbolizes the inner nature of man, the inner world of feeling and emotion. To represent the effort man must make to live up to his ideals and thus express his real self, we shall take the crossbar of the cross to represent the will. In the beginning, the crossbar is found at the bottom of the upright bar. But as man progresses, and as a sign of his progress, the crossbar gradually rises or drops according as he exemplifies in his personal daily life the ethical teachings of his religion, be that what it may. Dr. Stewart also wrote that the Egyptians knew of only one way to worship God, and that was to refrain from doing evil. Through the power of independent choice, the individual rises above fate or blind evolutionary law because he possesses innately that power to exercise an independent, self-conscious, and rational volition. He may live his life in accordance with the rules of the great goddess Ma'at. That is to say, he has the power to do right, governed by his own inner equilibrium and a higher sense of necessity. Thus, the governing causes in the evolution of man are independent will and desire, which stimulate intellectual, emotional creativity, with a new moral purpose as a foundation and ethical satisfaction as an earned increment. And this is the becoming, the transformation, or the higher evolution indicated in the ancient symbolism of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. These are invocations of some of the Egyptian gods. These prayers have their roots in very ancient traditions. What value do these invocations have? Only if they are used frequently and with sincerity and with purpose do they take on meaning. One of the guidelines that has been laid down by those in a position to guide us is to invoke often. The second one is to pray with enthusiasm, with fervor, with energy. Merely to utter these invocations, or any prayer for that matter, in a dull, routine way, is simply to express a mass of words wholly without meaning. These prayers have to be meditated upon, so that they come to stimulate the inner core of one's being. At the same time, an even more important matter is that while reciting the invocation, the imagination should be activated to form an image of the appropriate God form enveloping one's actual physical form. If Isis, then one should come to feel that one has about one the traditional female form of the goddess. And in the case of Tahuti, there should be the clear realization that one has an ibis head, the long neck of the bird under consideration, and if Horus is invoked, the divine falcon or hawk should be perceived in the imagination as clothing one's body. With regular, consistent practice, one may expect to feel the actual presence of the divine energy and to realize psychologically the nature of the god, and in fact to activate those unconscious archetypal forms and characteristics which they are representative of. This is not an intellectual process or activity